Okay, I'm going to head down into the woods and try to do a little QRP work. One of these days I'm going to go down into the bamboo field. I guess we'll call that a bamboo on the air, boda. But today I want to take you down a prayer trail. About 10 years ago, I made a prayer trail. I think it was a half a mile long. It may have been a quarter of a mile. I can't remember now, actually. And posted signs, Bible verses, that kind of stuff along the trail. And had mulch down, and you can see the trails that goes on out that way. Had signs posted everywhere, just little reminders, and people really enjoyed walking this trail. It's a little rigorous in sections, but so I'm going to take you down to Gailton View. There was a little town in Pennsylvania that I lived there until I was 6. I think we moved when I was 6, but I have vivid and precious memories of Gailton. It was a mountain town in Pennsylvania, and we had a chalet, an A-frame chalet that my parents built. Sorry, let me stop this and get my shoulder harness back up. Okay, there we go. My parents built a chalet, an A-frame chalet, with their own hands. And we used to go there on weekends and vacations, and it was about, I don't know, 15 miles from the house. It wasn't very far, and it was in the mountains of Pennsylvania. Anyway, it looked over the valley and out up onto another mountain. It was on the side of a mountain. And this view, which we're coming up on now, here in North Carolina, I call Gailton View, because it reminds me of the view from the front of the chalet. You can see here, a little dark. See if I can brighten this up a little bit. No, I can't brighten it up. Swing there, looking down, so it goes way down, probably from where we're standing to the bottom of where the creek is, right in there, is probably 75 feet down, and then it goes right back up, all the way up. And you can see the tree line, the light shining through the trees there. So, this is all my property here, but anyway, I thought I'd do a QRP from this location. It's still a little high, so it's not down in the woods. So I'm going to try to set up an antenna here, and I'm going to use my new soda beam mast, a telescopic mast that I purchased from Soda Beams. It's a 36 foot tall. I don't think I'll put it up that high, but we'll see what kind of contacts we can make with, and I think I'll use the Carolina Windom, and I'll hook it up to the antenna analyzer, and we'll look at that and make sure it's SWR is where it belongs, and then we'll see what kind of connections we can make. Okay, so give me a few minutes to get set up here, and I'm going to jump straight to the setup. I don't want to copy our buddy ARV, can't think of his call, K4 ARV. I'm sorry. I should know his call. I look at every one of his videos. He's amazing. amazing. He's been my inspiration. And I have picked up on several things that he's done. So if you see anything familiar, it's not just because I'm copying the master, but because it worked for him. So, hey, right? Okay, see you in a few minutes. I know some of you guys are interested in how everybody else does stuff. And there's nothing new in any of this that you guys have never seen before. I'm just kind of a neat freak, so I like to have things organized. You would never guess it by my shop. I can't ever keep my shop clean, but I try to. So those are going to go with the Carolina Windom. Here's the antenna tuner. I 3D printed a cover for this antenna tuner, by the way, to keep it from turning on in the case. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll send you the file or print one for you. But it just snaps on there, and it keeps it from, when it's juggling around inside the case, it keeps it from getting turned on and wasting the battery. So anyway, my radio is down here, right there. The Yaesu Ft-818, and I 3D printed these legs. You probably saw that on the other video. You can buy these, guys 3D print them for you, and you can buy metal ones. These work beautifully. I like the red because it's contrasting with the black, but I just printed these. I found that file on the web somewhere, and I just printed those. So if you're interested in those, just if you're a 3D printer guy or girl, just look them up. You can look up Ft-818 or Ft-817 legs, and that'll come up. It won't cost you anything. Or you can buy a set for $9. So, okay, I think this is the Carolina Windom. Yeah, sure is. So that's the antenna, and then there's the isolation transformer that goes in there that we talked about last time. So there's 10 feet, no, yeah, 10 feet of down lead from the antenna here, 10 feet of feed line, and then this is the isolation transformer, and then the rest of the feed line to the radio goes on the end here. So that's part of that. I wanted to show you one other thing that I 3D printed, and I'm hoping that will work well today. And that is, you can buy these online. Oh, this is my digital mode unit, and I'm going to be using that for my digi modes later, but it's designed to plug directly into the Ft-817, and it's got a USB connection there for the computer. But anyway, I 3D printed these antenna isolators. I'm going to slide this as a big hole, slides down on the end of the antenna up the mast, and then I'll rope it off with the connection, or with the other holes here. So I printed two different sizes. One to be up a little higher, it slides down and stops at the right place, and then I printed a bigger one. And these are practically nothing to print, and you can make up your own. That's what I did. I didn't invent the idea, but I just created these from scratch on Tinkercad. Some of you might know what that is. So I'm going to use those today, and won't be doing any digital work. And let's see, what else have we got here? Oh yeah, UKIT's antenna analyzer. A buddy of mine is letting me use this. It's really a nice setup. It's very small, and it's rechargeable, and it's a full HF band. So we'll check that out in a minute. Let's see. Got my ginger ale ready to go. And a chair and a table, which I won't need because I'm going to be sitting on the swing today. So let's get this thing going here.
CQ, Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu, Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu, Q, Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu calling CQDX.
November 4, Kilo Radio Ontario, QRP.
Calling CQDX and standing by.
November 4, Kilo Radio Ontario, QRP.
CQ20, Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu, Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu calling CQ120.
November 4, Kilowatt Radio Oscar, November 4, Kilowatt Radio Oscar, QRP. November 4, Kilo Radio Ontario, QRP.
CQ120 meters and set.
November 4, Kilowatt Radio Ontario, QRP.
November 2, again.
November 4, Kilowatt Radio Ontario, QRP.
You are 3 by 5. You're very, very far away. Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu calling CQ. Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu calling CQ on 20 meters and standing by.
November 4, Kilo Radio Ontario, QRP.
November 2, Kilo India Ontario. November 2, Kilo India Ontario.
November 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. November 4, Kilo Radio Ontario, Kilowatt Radio Oscar, QRP.
Again, November Zulu.
November 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. November 4.
November 4, please, go ahead.
Roger. November 4, Kilowatt Radio Oscar. November 4, Kilo Radio Ontario, QSL.
November 4, Kilo India Ontario. You're 4 by 5.
Roger, the call is Kilo Radio Ontario, QRP. 2 watts, 2 Wilco, over.
November 4, Kilo India Ontario. November 4, Kilo India Ontario. You are 4 by 5.
Roger, you are 57 into North Carolina on QRP. 2 watts, QSL.
Is that 55? November 4, Kilo India Ontario. November 4, Kilo India Ontario from Charlie Sierra 7 Alpha Mike Zulu. I am going to log you anyway with the 4555. Thank you for the contact over there, 73.
Roger, 73.
Again.
Roger, the call is November 4, Kilowatt Radio Oscar, QSL.
QSL.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look up his call because I didn't catch it, but I've got it. I'm recording it both on video and on audio. So we'll see what he is. We'll see what he is. At least I made one contact. 455. I'm running a Carolina Windom, and what do I know? I could not put the soda beam up, and so I just laid it down and I pulled it up into a tree. So I'm tuning it using the Z-817 tuner, and it seems to be working fine. It tunes, I don't have any idea. I'm sure the SWR is 1 something, but in any case, the Windom is not resonant on any ham band. It's close on this setup here with an inverted V. It's a I forgot the technical name for the V. One element is almost straight out, and one element is angled. But in any case, I've been here for about an hour, and the signals coming in are really strong, and just not able to make any contacts. I don't know, and you guys could probably tell me. Let me show you what I've got here. Let me turn this off. I've got the antenna pulled up into a tree. Let me show you this huge tulip tree. And the vertical radiator, as you can see, well, I'm not sure you can see. Let me pull around here. Probably be better. The vertical radiator, there's the isolator. You can see it right there. And then there's 10 feet of vertical radiator, and then it goes to the horizontal parts, the 2 horizontal leads. So the question is, how much impact will this tulip tree have? Actually, it's not a tulip tree. Well, yeah, it might be a tulip. I'm looking at elm tree limbs right here low. Actually, it might be an oak tree. Yeah, it's an oak. Never mind. It's an oak tree. But, so my question is this configuration hurting me up against that big tree? Especially since it's dependent, the Carolina Windom is dependent on that vertical radiator. What do you think, guys? Somebody give me some input. And we'll pack it up here and head back to the house. But thank you guys for spending some time with me here at Gailton View. In the next video, I'll do a QRP session from the bamboo, and we'll see how that goes. We'll hide right down inside the bamboo, and I'll get some help, and we'll put the the mast up, and we'll get it up and put it up correctly. So thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon, and we'll see you real soon. I wanted to say one more thing. I really do appreciate the subscriptions. Since I started doing work with the Ft-818, I've gone from like 30 subscriptions to right about 100 now, I think, maybe 95, 97, somewhere in there. So obviously you guys are really interested in QRP and the work. And there's so many guys that are doing such tremendous work in the YouTube, setting up, doing the field work, explaining their equipment, that I'm pretty humbled even attempting a video on some of this. But I guess there's quite a bit of interest and plenty of variety. So I do appreciate the thumbs up and the subscriptions. And so I hope that you found this interesting and informative, and maybe got a laugh out of that last QSO. The guy didn't even get my call right, but I'll look up his call and I'll add it to the end of this video and let you know what his QTH was. Happy radioing, and God bless.